Hey guys, it's Richard with RichMade Knives, and today I wanted to show off a prototype that I've been working on, and I want to get some feedback and you guys tell me what you think. So I've been wanting to build a smaller-ish cleaver style knife for a while, and I've kind of had this design in my head for several months now and just haven't really had the time to work on it. So I've been mocking it up and excuse me, doing cutouts and changing the design up and working on the geometry and everything. And here's what I've come to that is pretty much ready for me to create a prototype of an actual knife. So of course this is made out of cardboard, but this is what I'll use to lay down onto the titanium and the steel as my template. So I'll show you guys what this looks like. So here's the closed position. This back piece here, of course, is the steel blade, and then this black piece of cardboard here, this is the titanium handle and what its shape was going to look like. And you can see there's going to be a flipper tab right here. This little hole right here you see is where the stop pin is going to be. So that's the closed position, and then of course, you know, you'll flip it with this tab right here, and then when it opens, it will open to be just like that. And this line here would match up on the blade with the top of the handle, and then on this side here, this flipper tab will complete this. Well, this line will flow right up into here, and this line will flow right up into here, and then I'll kind of round this top right here. So that'll be the open position, and then I'm going to cut a hole in the blade. I'm not exactly sure what size it'll be. Obviously cutting a hole that big in a blade steel is no picnic, but that's initially my thought. I am going to put a notch right here. I didn't cut that into the cardboard because I won't cut that out until later, but there'll be a notch right there, so this will look a little bit more like a cleaver style blade. That'll be about that wide, be about a 3-inch blade. Here's what it'll look like on the inside. This is what the geometry will be. You can see there's the hole right there for the stop pin. When you're building these, you want to cut the steel a little bit over, so this gives me some trim space here so that when it's open it'll stop right there. So I'll cut the steel out, and I'll have steel left over to take away here to get that just right. And then when it closes, you can see there's the stop pin. It'll clear there. I'll have to shave this corner down a little bit, and then again I left a little bit of meat right here. And then when it comes down into the closed position, it'll stop right about there, and I will put maybe up a little bit more. I'll put a standoff right here and then a standoff right here, so there'll be one on the top and one on the bottom. And then when this goes to open, it'll just clear this top standoff. I might need to trim this in just a hair, but the idea is when it goes to open, it just clears that stop pin as the blade swings out. And then when it goes into the open position, the lock bar will be right here. I'll probably bring the lock bar down about halfway down here on the blade, and it'll come back like that. So that's my cleaver design. Cleaver Flipper, I'm going to call it. Not have a name for it yet, but I'm going to make a prototype of this one, maybe this weekend if I have time. I'll make a prototype of this and we'll see how it comes out. That's going to be it's going to be a pretty beefy little, I mean, it'll be small. It'll close to about there with enough room to not hit the stop pin. So it'll sit about there when it's closed, and with a nice good beefy flipper tab there. It'll be I'll have this thing running on caged bearings, so it'll open and close nice and smooth. So that's my thought at this point. The design may get tweaked a little bit, but that's my initial thought right now. I could make the blade a little bit taller. I might tweak this valley right here, maybe not have that be such a big dip. Maybe bring this up just a speck. Maybe take this arc a little higher. But I don't know, I think it looks kind of cool. One of the nice things about having this dip right here is that when you go to hold it in your hand and you put your thumb down, you've got a little bit of a downward point right there, so your thumb doesn't, doesn't sit up here. It'll sit down really nice. I think it'll sit in the hand really well. Right there. Even though it's a fairly fat handle, it'll sit in the hand pretty well right there. So just to give you guys an idea of how I do my prototyping here, this is made out of cardboard and with just a screw here through here with a nut as the pivot. And then once you get it all worked out, you can actually hold it in your hand and you can feel if the size feels right, if you want to tweak anything. Just enough there to clear the end of my hand, still being a fairly tight little package. So there's my Cleaver Flipper prototype. So I'm going to make one of these. We'll see what it feels like, how it works in reality. But I'll let you guys follow me along on this one and see how this goes from what is right now just a little cardboard prototype here to a real knife made out of titanium and steel and associated hardware. So let me know what you guys think on either Facebook, or you can respond to my posts on Facebook, or you can respond to the video itself on YouTube and let me know what you guys think. Also, I got a new mat for doing my videos. Picked this mat up off of Amazon. Thought it looked pretty nice. It has a nice texture to it, and because it's a lighter color, I think it'll do really well showing off different knives, and have a good contrast there, so that you guys are able to see what I'm showing off pretty well. So pretty good. Hopefully this will last me a while, and it'll make the videos come out a little bit nicer. So all right, thanks guys. It's Richard with RichMade Knives. Talk to you later.